Hey everyone, it's Desiree. Day 24. We are almost there. Very exciting. But, and even though I'm probably showing this the day after the holidays, if you're in the crunch, these are perfect. I still give gifts after the 25th because I either forget or it's something that I couldn't complete. For me, the holidays keep going, especially Christmas and gift giving. I'm going to focus on Newton's Nook and the stamp set Joyful Tags. I just think these are absolutely precious. I found them in my stash. It's great what I'm finding. And I saw watercolor backgrounds. Here's the best part. The watercolors that I'm going to use are my Crayolas. I'm going to use a mixture of Canson XL and Arteza watercolor paper, my Nuvo brushes from their brush set, and my VersaFine black ink. So minimal supplies, Crayola watercolors. I like these watercolors. Now, no, they're not going to do the same thing as our fancy watercolors are going to do. If you put down thick layers of them, like sometimes I tend to do, yes, they give you a shiny portion. They don't stamp well. But if you're just starting out and you want to play around with the concept of mixing colors, watching what watercolors will do, these are perfect. And these are great. And I still go back to them. So we're just going to make some panels. We're just going to do some splattering, some mixing, some brush strokes, some merging, some whatever else we can do. And I'm just going to create these backgrounds. And you're going to see that with the different looks that we can get, you can make some really quick handmade tags for all of your gifts. They don't have to be embossed. They don't have to be layered. But these are just absolutely precious. Now, you can go two different ways. You can do your panels first, just like I'm doing here. Now, this one I'm just splattering. You gotta love splatters. Make sure if you're adding a second color, you dry in between your colors. Did you hear the emphasis in that? I want to splatter with red next. So I need to make sure, and I did not say redneck. I said red next. So I want to make sure my green is dry before I add the red. So remember, when you're adding colors all like this, dry in between. So, as I said, you could do your backgrounds first like I'm doing here. I kind of like that because you don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of random. It's not planned. This would be a great way for you to help you let it go. Let it go. I'm singing it now. Let it go. Again, unique, creation, handmade, yours, special, beautiful. Do I need to say any more? Nope. But by doing the backgrounds, you have this huge element of randomness of where you want your tag to actually sit on this piece. Now, it doesn't mean you can't stamp your pieces first. This is not something to emboss. We're not coloring in. You can, but for this, what I'm showing you, we're not. So you don't, if you stamp first, just stamp. No embossing, no clear powder, no nothing. All right. By doing the panels first, it will help you to, one, just get used to mixing. You know, red and orange make coral. Add a little bit of yellow. It's a lighter coral. Your red and yellow together make orange. Your green or your blue and your yellow will make a different shade of green. Add a little bit more blue to green and you get this teal color. So again, play around with the mixing of colors. I used this set here to get used to that concept. It was the one thing that I could not grasp a hold of. How can I make colors? Because in reality, whether you watercolor, whether you're acrylic painting, whatever it is, you just need 3 colors. You need your 3 primaries, and you'll get all those other colors. I got it for the primary set. It's when I got into the tertiary colors, that third, that second, that third, that fourth, all of those other levels where I would just get lost and didn't understand what to mix with what. So by having the Crayola set, that actually helped me. I would make these color wheels and make the charts and just continue to play with it. So this was the set that helped me do that. So I encourage you to do this. You can get these at your grocery store for a couple bucks. And they're great. They're absolutely wonderful. So these are the panels that we made. Very random. Brush strokes, blocks, splatters, mishmash going on there. So now let's stamp. Now what I like to do is I like to pile them on top and I roll them and I bend them just to help flatten them out because I want them to sit in my stamp positioner. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull some tags off, whether it's the round ones, whether it's the tag ones, and I'm just going to place them on top of my watercolor and stamp away. By seeing the watercolor down first, I can say, you know what, I want my stamp to sit there, or I want my stamp to sit over here, or yeah, I'd like that color to be coming in from this side, or I want it to be coming in from this side. So by stamping, you could be more specific, but you still have that randomness that's going on when it comes to the panel. So again, by doing this, it could help you to let those fears go and don't worry about it's not going to look like the way they do it. It's not supposed to. Nothing is to be the same. I am flattered every time I see a comment that says I copied this. That's wonderful. But I know this, it's not going to look exact. And that's the beauty of it. That's what I like. To me, by you copying this, and I even hate that word, by you replicating what I did, one, again, it's flattering. And two, to see the differences are beautiful because it's your interpretation. You're going to change something on it. Maybe you're going to shift something down an inch or a quarter of an inch, or you're going to add this pattern, or you're going to add this embellishment. Something will be different. So that is the wonderful beauty of our craft. And I hope you'll stick with me and you'll get to understand that and believe it. It takes time. I've been there. I've done that. I was one where I'm like, my work is just not looking like that. And I would stay away from it. I wouldn't touch alcohol markers for the longest time. I wouldn't even touch watercolors for the longest time because mine was not looking like that. I just started playing. Play. Try it. Try the different things. Watch videos and get an idea and say, you know what, maybe I can do this. So stamping, all of those backgrounds. Sorry, I got to ramble with that one. So I'm going to continue. This one's my favorite. I love the speckles or the splatters. I just think they're cute. So again, with the black ink, it helps the tag image to stand out. And again, I just kept on stamping randomly. I'm not worried about if the stamp is perfect. Again, these are tags that you can make massive amounts in no time. Sit in front of your TV, grab your long shears, and go to town and cut them. You can either cut them up to the line or leave a little bit of space. I chose to leave a little bit of a space. It's why I love my long shears. In one cut, I can get a straight line. I don't have to put this on my trimmers. I can use my scissors. And these are what the tags look like. This is what we've created in absolutely no time at all. They're great, they're unique, they're different. Punch a hole in the top of them, put a piece of ribbon through it, and you've got your tags. Now, when it comes to the one of Noel and the Marion Bright that are solid watercolor, I do have a sheen. When it came to that watercolor, I did make it a little bit too dark. So You want to make sure your ink is dry after you stamped it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, day 24. Again, if you have stuck with me so far through this Christmas series, I say thank you. And I very much appreciate that. So hopefully with the bombardment of videos you're getting in this time frame is just my way to say thank you. And yes, we will all go through withdrawal when this ends. I will too. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All the products that I use for this video will be linked down below in the video description. Remember, there will be one blog post that comes out to show all of these videos or connect to the playlist. With the issues that we've had, I can't do a blog post every single time. But I am out there on social media, so make sure we connect. Make sure you like and subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming out in 2019. And always remember, what will always be most important for me, always be creative.